Back in 2015, when I bought this car, my 2004 Subaru STI, little did I know it was going to change my life. My name is Chase Schrader, and this is my modified 2004 Subaru STI. And today, I'm going to talk about why purchasing this vehicle changed my life. Shortly after purchasing it in November of 2015, after months of looking for a World Rally Blue 2004 STI, I already had plans to modify it. And by the summer of 2016, I had a pile of parts sitting right here to modify it. Since the car was pretty much stock with only a catback exhaust, I felt I needed a way to record my modifications. What first started out as a blog then turned into, well, the channel. I picked up my sister's camera, this camera right here, and well, I hit record, recording the very first videos right here in my parents' garage. Over the next few years, the car went from its almost stock state to pretty much what it is now, as we continue to modify it, take it to autocross, and take it to car meets. Eventually ending up where it is today, where we're planning out the next phase of a classable track car. At first, I knew very little about the car and the mechanical systems involved. But by the time I started modifying it and eventually pulling the motor, I had a pretty good understanding of almost every system on the car and how each one works. Essentially going from only wanting to do an oil change to be comfortable pulling apart the whole car. Also, through autocross, I learned the process of racing and how to get into solo events. During this process, I also built on my problem-solving skills. Because as many of you know, when you're modifying cars like this, nothing ever goes to plan. And through plenty of these misadventures, we figured out how to identify the problem, figure out solutions, and put the solutions to work. And through this process, I also learned a lot about the digital media pipeline, creating videos like you see today, as well as some of our adventure videos. And through these videos, I also learned how to market myself, as well as build a brand and market it. And speaking of the Forester, after daily driving the STI for quite a few years in the winter, although I did have some fun, I wanted something a little bit cheaper than my STI to daily drive in the winter. So I picked myself up the 2004 Forester XS. Much like the STI, what started as a stock daily drivable vehicle turned into something much more than that. Here, with the Forester, I took many of my learnings from my STI and put them to work with the Forester. Here, I started diving deeper into the engine, doing the valves, timing, and much more on the Forester. I also took the video production skills from the STI and started producing higher quality videos, often incorporating multiple cameras and telling a much stronger story. And besides maintenance with the Forester, I started taking it from its daily drivable form into, well, the ultimate adventure Subaru. Putting on lift kits, wheels, tires, roof rack, and much, much more. It was through these vehicles that I learned how to develop a business such as Flat 4 Off-Road and my up-and-coming brand, Schrader Labs. And looking back at these cars and the amazing community, everything leads to one decision I made: purchasing this STI. This car somehow turned an introvert into a content creator with over 30,000 subscribers. And as far as I know, the largest Subaru-focused automotive content creator here in Canada. And while I credit this car for changing the direction of my life, I think some credit has to be given to all of you who constantly support me and my endeavors. From the channel memberships, to the comments, and to the likes. And I think the same can be said for my social media that is constantly growing, and everyone supporting it. So I want to give a huge thank you to all of you that played a part in this car and in changing my life. And with that being said, I'm curious when all of you joined, so feel free to drop a comment down below of when you started watching the channel. And while you're down there, don't forget to go ahead and check out the channel memberships with all exclusive perks while supporting my growth. And with that being said, I'll be seeing all of you in my next adventure.